Hi, welcome to Nerds on the Couch. Here we are doing another video podcast talking about films, movies, and just nerd stuff that we like. I'm Rene Chavez.
Chino?
And we're missing a few people, aren't we?
Yeah, in the course of normal human events, life interrupts and, messes up plans. Hopefully we'll have our co-host back.
Orly was
soon.
busy doing work stuff, and our other member, David, well, I do have to apologize. He's out in the public and all that. Normally we try to keep him indoors and try to restrain him, but this time he's out. So every once in a while, he's out, so we apologize in advance for that. We went to the movies this weekend, and we saw Oblivion, starring Tom Cruise and Morgan Freeman. Movie basically stars, it's a sci-fi picture, and apparently a veteran assigned to extract Earth's remaining resources begins to question what he knows about his mission and himself. And it's a sci-fi Tom Cruise picture. The trailer is going to be on our website, so you can catch that to get a general idea of what's it about. But we saw it, and we got a couple of things to say about it. When I first saw this movie, it kind of, when I saw the previews, it kind of looked interesting. I like sci-fi and all that, and I was a bit curious to see it. Some people have this issue with Tom Cruise that just because he may possibly be crazy and a loony bin, and I don't want to criticize that religion, but, and... people view that and they think of the movies. I try not to. I like Mel Gibson in his movies. Yes, he may be a racist drunk who yells out violently and all that, but man, wasn't Braveheart good?
Yeah, I'm able to make the separation between, what a man does outside of film and what he does in film. It's two different things, Can't really think of any other profession that works that way. I guess police officers in certain cases, they may be great police officers, but lousy human beings out of it. I don't know. I'm not making any distinctions.
I don't know. I mean, if you got a racist cop...
He's a better human being outside of being a cop. I don't know, dude. I don't know. First thoughts, I like I saw Oblivion, and then I saw the preview with the Will Smith one, and it looks like pretty much the same movie, basically. You have this guy, Earth has been abandoned, Earth is a wasteland, and for some reason they have to go back and visit it. That, I got the general kind of same feeling from both the movies, and, I saw Oblivion. We'll see if we catch up with the Will Smith one, which is called, After Earth, I think?
Yeah.
General thoughts, right at the beginning, you know what? I wasn't that excited about seeing the movie. It's got a lot of really interesting sci-fi elements in it, but the story didn't really catch me. I mean, what did you think?
Well, the beginning was, it was long, just like the whole... Here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen, I gotta tell you, this movie drags. It really drags. I mean, the intro, you have Tom Cruise's voiceover going, 60 years ago aliens took over and, made life hell, and they destroyed the Earth, but we destroyed it fighting off. We won the war, but we're all living on Saturn except me and this other girl, and he's doing that while making a cup of coffee like he's getting ready to go to work.
Yeah, they're not living in Saturn. They're living in the moon.
Oh,
Titan, the moon orbiting Saturn.
Which may be a little nod to 2010.
Maybe, possibly.
Because remember, that was the thing, like supposedly life was on that moon and Saturn and all that, but...
I hated the beginning simply because of the exposition. It was too long. When you start a movie, I want to see at least some action and then exposition. That makes sense in my head. I don't know about the rest of you, but starting a movie with this long exposition and then introducing action just slows everything down, and that's the biggest problem with this movie. The spacing is so slow. It is so slow. It takes forever to get where it's supposed to, it finally kind of gets good.
Well, the thing I kind of give it a plus for is that, there's my time machine. Read it. The thing I give it a plus for is, as a sci-fi movie, it's kind of cool. The setting, the special effects, it was cool. it's a well. How can I phrase this? The spaceship that you see in the previews and all that, it kind of looks like it was designed by Apple. Like Apple started getting into space.
Yeah. I have to agree with you. Yeah,
And
but not
he
just
lives
the
like
ship.
in an Apple.
Dude.
He lives like in
Yes.
an Apple house. You know.
Everything. Everything is Apple. It is. You can't escape it. Watch the movie. You'll see what we mean. You know.
Apple, you know, an Apple and I spaceship, and they
Apple.
live in an I house.
Ice swimming pool for some odd reason.
But the issue I had was that this movie just took way too long for stuff to happen. There was potential, you know. You see the good special effects. You see them flying. You see Tom Cruise flying in the ship. He has a gun, and you know he's like, "Oh, there's aliens scavenging, and they're tearing down probes, and they try to kill me, and all that." And we're like, okay, you know, maybe there's going to be some shooting up things and all that, and there was nothing.
Well, let's go with pros and cons. I mean, a good pro for me in this movie, and just a pro. The sci-fi's cool. The ship is cool. The fighting orbs that remind me of black hole, those things, I forgot their names, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Those things are cool. You know, all that I thought was great. Acting was top notch. I have no problem with Tom Cruise's acting, or Olga, or Andrea. I can't pronounce either one of their last names, or Morgan Freeman for that matter.
Andrea Riseborough, who was the redhead, and then she was like an assistant or something. And then Olga Kurilenko comes in.
I'd slaughter their last names, okay, so I'm not even going to try it. But Olga was great, Andrea was great, Tom Cruise was great, Morgan Freeman was great.
Well, is there anything bad Morgan Freeman does?
Sesame? Oh no, the Electric Company. I think there were some really bad. No, I'm kidding. I like Morgan Freeman in just about everything.
You want him to narrate your life, you know, and I wish he was the narrator.
Well, we gotta forget. We can't forget that Morgan Freeman was God. Okay, we remember he was God.
Even now, I kind of picture Morgan Freeman.
Yes, God, yeah.
Or again, talking about Andy. How Andy lives in prison.
All right. Again, acting was top notch. All the sci-fi elements are great. If you like sci-fi, everything sci-fi makes sense. You know, there's movies where you see the sci-fi and it doesn't make any sense. You know, everything here is logical. The sci-fi, the science behind the sci-fi makes sense. If you watch the movie, all the elements in sci-fi are good. Those are the pros. That's what I liked. Cons, I already mentioned it before. The pacing is too slow. It takes forever to get where they're supposed to get going, and story-wise, the story's good, but it gets kind of convoluted in certain places and kind of really predictable in certain places. I don't know. How did you feel?
Well, let me tell you something. The story, I do. You know, we gotta confirm, ladies and gentlemen, this story drags. That's where it drags and drags. Yes, you know, the special effects, but then after a while, you just lose interest in the story. After a while, I was like, I don't care. The action was very, very brief. I mean, there was the action, there was, gunplay and sci-fi stuff, but then it was over before it started, and after a while, you just don't care.
Yeah.
And they try to throw this plot twist at you. I don't want to give the spoilers out, so I'm not giving nothing, no spoilers, no story. But they try to give plot twists, like almost like Twilight Zone level, M. Night Shyamalan plot twist.
I got a better one, but yeah.
But, and after a while you don't care. And I lost interest. And then I just lost it with the movie. After a while, I just
seen Independence Day. You'll know what I mean when you see it. You can see it coming. You've seen Independence Day, you know what's gonna happen. It's that predictable. In fact, just watch it and you'll know exactly what I mean. All right, that's kind of my problem with it. It takes forever to get where it's going, and when it finally gets there, it's very predictable, very, very predictable.
Yeah, and just to finish it off, I don't want to give too much away, because if we even start talking about the story and all that, we give anything interesting part away. Again, Morgan Freeman is there. You know, things don't appear what they appear to be, and it's just, it just wasn't good. You know, I'm sorry, Tom Cruise. I know you need a hit. Like he's actually watching. He's gonna watch us and cry. But
Beat us up for all we know, man.
yeah, he can try doing some Mission Impossible kicks on us and all that, and
Well,
we'll walk away.
not him. Him and his army of, his other followers will be here.
Okay, that we might be afraid.
Yeah,
of, But, oh man, if I have to tell you, people ask me, well, how is it? I'll tell you, don't watch it. I really don't. Stay away. It's not worth it.
How would you fix it? I mean, we've shared our complaints.
One thing I gotta say,
Yeah.
shoot the editor. The editor was asleep on this film. It needed to be cut. It needed to severely cut a lot of it. And I don't know if it's the director or the editor, but one of them was asleep on the wheel. If I'm the director, I think the director was like, "Oh, good job, Tom Cruise." Yeah. What? 4 hours?
Well, it's no Heaven's Gate. We'll say that much. It's no Heaven's Gate, but
See, what is the longest movie in history?
God, I don't know, man.
I know Heaven's Gate was like a 6-hour disaster. No, it was a 5-hour disaster. And this one, I got it here. It's 2 hours and 6 minutes.
Yeah,
which is way too long.
To be honest, if it were good, I'd agree with him. If it were an hour and 5 minutes, maybe the movie would be good. You really don't need that whole extra hour. That's just my opinion.
You could have done an hour and 20.
An hour and 20 could have covered it better. Yeah, I'm not being mean, but an hour and 20 would have been probably enough. It just took forever to get where it was going.
If I'm watching this and I'm browsing the DVD aisles at my store, and it said Oblivion, the director's cut. God.
Actually, this is one of those movies where I could put it in, I could fast forward through most of it, and I wouldn't miss a beat because it's fairly predictable. Fairly predictable, honestly.
I think you dozed off.
And I did. I dozed off in a couple of seasons just because, and I didn't miss a beat. That's how bad this. Well, it's not a bad movie. I mean, it's got some really good, interesting elements in it, but it's just too long. That's the biggest problem with it.
Yeah, I had my wife step out to the restroom. She was gone 10 minutes. Came back. What'd you miss? Nothing. So to wrap it up, okay, and of course, we give this a grade. Chino, what do you give this?
Give it a D. I mean, sci-fi elements are cool. I like the sci-fi elements. I like the acting. Story wasn't that bad. I like the story. It wasn't that convoluted. Everything, chemistry-wise, everything worked. Biggest drawback is the pacing and how long it is. It's just too long. A D. I give it a D. Maybe a D minus.
Well, I'm taking it a little bit further. I'm giving this movie an F. And I'm asking you, telling you, it's not worth it. Yes, the acting was great. I'm not going to argue. Tom Cruise is an okay actor. Morgan Freeman, great actor. Everybody else in it, yeah, there was a great actor. There's not that many cast. Okay, you don't see that.
Yeah.
And the special effects, yes, they're great special effects. But again, it looks like it was designed by Apple. And, like Apple got into space travel and, and all that. But the story just dragged so much. It was so painfully long that I was like halfway going, God, I hope it ends. And it still went on for another hour. Oh. And basically, ladies and gentlemen, we are Nerds on the Couch. Stay away.
Yeah, I think I mentioned that it kind of reminded me of WALL-E. I think I'd rather be seeing WALL-E, and I didn't like WALL-E that much, so that kind of tells you, kind of where I'm at.
Okay. Catch you next time.